all of these characters are going to hell. All of the characters on the show are going to hell, except for Lexi, Fez, and Ash. Okay, I gotta show you guys my shirt before we actually start. What does it say? I'm gonna try to read it through the thing. I think Twilight movies are awesome. You know that makes me sexy. And what does it say? I can't really. I'm trying to read it through the. Okay, it says I bought the shirt right. Twilight was on Netflix, so I was like hyper. What is the word? I was like hyper fixated on everything Twilight, so that's why I bought this shirt. Now that I'm like out of my Twilight phase, I'm like, I don't actually want to wear this shirt in public, so I'm wearing it on this video. Yeah, we're back with the Euphoria episode 3. I got the Euphoria lighting back. I had to bring it back because, you know, it just sets the mood perfectly. The kind of like the Euphoria lighting. You know the Euphoria lighting. Okay, so my last video was episode 1. It was my thoughts on episode 1 plus episode 2 reaction. So this is gonna be the episode 3 reaction. I just want to say it's so bad with Euphoria. They blocked my video for like a whole week before I could even upload it. I filmed it, edited that same day and the same night, posted it. They blocked it from me uploading it. I'm actually super excited for this episode because I've been trying to avoid spoilers so much. Like, I can't even go on TikTok without even trying to get spoiled because like every video is about Euphoria. And it was okay when I was like caught up with the show because it was like, oh, I want to see everybody's thoughts about the show. But when you're not caught up on the show and everybody's talking about it, you're like, well, I gotta skip. But I kind of do know some stuff. Like, I know this is about Nate's dad, who I don't really have like my thoughts on Nate's dad is so complicated because it's like we know he does, we know what he be doing, but we don't really know why he be doing what he be doing, like sleeping with the minors. And I know a lot of people don't like Nate's dad but we're gonna see what that's about.
Kat, you just have to love yourself.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I fucking hate myself.
Do you think it's a good thing that we're friends?
It is a big deal, because I can tell you
I feel like I'm okay with that.
Okay, so I want to talk about the cat scene some more because I feel like I was not able to put that part into the video because it was gonna be really long. But I just want to say that cat scene was so like important. Like, I just feel like her character has been struggling a lot through the first season, where she kind of like had her revamp situation where she like reinvented herself, but she was still kind of struggling. And I feel like this season more with Ethan, she's still struggling a little bit with her confidence. So I feel like that was a really important scene. And I like how they had like a whole bunch of like influencers. I think they're supposed to be influencers. I think like influencer people like trying to hype her up and stuff. So I feel like we were starting to catch a little bit of feelings for Elliot, maybe. Like, maybe, I don't know if I was the only one who was catching that, but it was kind of like, she was kind of catching a little bit of, a little something for him. Like, I think I'm okay with that. Like, girl, what are you okay with? You okay with cheating on Jules? Fez,
Maybe I was sticking up for you.
Fez and Lexi.
Do you have it?
Wait. Fez and Lexi forever and ever. Let's go. Wait. Do they have a ship name? What are we gonna name them? Their ship name? Fezco. I always say Fezco because I like that. I just like Fezco. Fezco and Lexi. Lexi. That sounds like a super villain name or something.
When Cal was a senior in high school.
Morning, Dingleberry.
Ooh. What? Oh, wait a minute. Not just booty in the first scene. They could even give us a little warning. Yeah. Booty is going to appear in the first scene.
He spent every day with his best friend Derrick.
What is Derrick, and what is the guy's name? I just call him Nate's dad because I don't even know his name. They just said his name. I was not paying attention. Cal and Derrick. Wait, is that Lexi's mom? Who's that? Gonna show some peepees. That's the one thing they're gonna do.
They were that close, that comfortable.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, did she like deep throat? Yeah. Oh, nice, dude. Where'd you
have some class? Have some decorum. Have something. They're just going in. You know what this kind of reminds me of? This reminds me of how Nate was talking to McKay, and this how Nate was like, oh, like, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? And McKay was like back up. Like in the first episode, you remember that? He was like all uncomfortable with it, but they were kind of just like all open and like talking about what stuff's going on. So maybe Nate got that from his dad. You know, maybe he got a couple things from his dad. Nate got a couple things from his dad.
Derrick, hit the road.
Yeah. I'll see you at practice. Yep. Have a good night, Mr. Jacobs.
What are you covering up? What are you covering up, Derrick?
Get up.
I will.
Let's move the back
Right
real
now.
quick and see what we were showing.
I don't feel well.
You were fine when I walked in.
Why is everyone rigged up right now?
I have an idea.
You saw how they were looking at each other? They're imagining they were kissing each other.
I'm fine with that.
Not Lexi and Cal hooking up.
Is all I could think
Imagine if that was Lexi's mom and Cal they were together while they were
Yeah, I
together.
don't know. I like
That would really
women,
be
but
something.
You couldn't pay me to eat pussy.
Wait, that was what is his name? That was Derrick looking at Cal's girlfriend. Like he didn't like her, so he was like looking at her like I don't like you because you're trying to take my best friend and potential lover away from me. Wait, that's interesting because he said Cal is Nate's dad. I think Cal, Nate's dad, actually likes the girl, but he also likes the boy, his best friend. But I think Derrick doesn't actually like the girl, his girl, if they're even together still. But I think Derrick likes Cal, but Derrick doesn't like his girl. But Cal likes his girl, but he likes Derrick. So he has two potential love interests. And she's like peeping out, like maybe something's up. Cause why was he looking at me in disgust? Marsha caught that. Marsha's like, why is he looking at me like this? Now he's all up with my boyfriend. Some fishy's going on here. Maybe even some fruity is going on here. Some fruity is going on, Marsha said.
Alright, I know a place that'll serve us just now. Go 27.
I know a place that will serve us. You know what they need to do? They need to give Nate a love interest as a boy. I feel like that would add some juice to this story. Because him and Cassie is like, ugh. But if Nate had a boy interest, love interest, that'll kind of be a little bit more juicy.
I knew they'd serve us here.
How did you know that, Derrick? You've been here before? You like to frequent these type of bars? So Cal's like looking around like, you've been here before. You knew the spot. Huh? You knew the spot that will serve us. This is kind of cute. I don't know. Oh, Cal and Derrick forever. Well, not forever, because they're not together now, but. Why you always doing that? Playing guitar while I'm sleeping, acting like a brat. Why you taste like rock candy, sweet like peaches, leave me all sandy. Why do you leave me with watercolored eyes? Why is he crying? Besties to lovers. Cal and Derrick for life, or until they break up or whatever. This is so sweet. On the song, oh, that's so sweet. Wait, they'll never tear us apart, but they're not together now, so they probably got teared apart. Wait, because we kind of need this. We need more of Cal's backstory. Like we kind of need like a whole separate spin-off. I fear, because we needed more of this. Well, I don't know how much more is it gonna be now that he's fucking dad on the way. Oh man, is that the end of Cal and Derrick? Never tear us apart. Wait, cause that's so sad. Wait, okay, is that the end? We need to bring Derrick. We need a life update about Derrick and what he's doing now. I feel like Derrick is not married. I feel like Derrick is probably with the guy now, and Cal is with his wife. Cause I feel like Cal's more into the girl. Well, he was not. He was crying that she was pregnant. We need more of that love story. Cause I feel like, I don't know. Hopefully we can get new Derrick. Hopefully they bring Derrick back so we can get more of him and Cal can leave his wife that trapped him. I wonder if she did that on purpose. Cause she saw, it was like, I saw that Derrick might potentially be into Cal. and Cal might potentially be into Derrick. So let me just get pregnant real quick so they can break up. I'll have my eye on you, Marsha girl, because I feel like you know what you're up to trying to break them up.
Are you high?
Oh, fuck me. Was she there the whole
But think about when she's high, she's gonna be singing around the house and dancing. I feel like she was doing this earlier too.
I mean... Now, as a beloved character that a lot of people are rooting for, I feel a certain responsibility to make good decisions. But I relapsed.
Raise your hand if you're rooting for Rue. I see no hands up.
Away with being a drug addict. Step 1. Find a cover drug. Because no matter how hard you try to hide it, if you're doing drugs, you're gonna get caught. It's inevitable.
Gia, weren't you smoking in the carnival episode and you got caught up? Now you're gonna be all judging. She is selfish though, that is true.
Gia!
Rue is extremely selfish.
Gia, it fucking helps with my fucking anxiety and my panic attacks. I don't want to talk to you, bro. Can you just fucking listen for a second? I want to talk to you.
She said she didn't want to talk to you. This is... She knocked her on the ground.
What is wrong with you? Get your hands off of me! It's a fucking idea. I wasn't gonna fucking do it. You're a liar. I'm a fucking liar. Yes, and you don't give a shit about you. You don't give a shit about me. You don't give a shit about your mama. You don't. I'm not actually doing fucking weed. It was an idea, okay? And I should never fucking told you because she's like fucking mom. But both you're fucking crazy.
Get her, Gia.
Now, what you
What the
want to do
hell?
is make them second guess their intuition. Make them feel like any valid concern is just their anxiety getting the best of them.
Not her being a gaslighter.
Gaslight.
So much is happening in the like 20 minutes. One, Rue is so Rue is so selfish. Like one, even if you were doing drugs, you shouldn't even like told her that. Like you could have just, I don't know. Like your sister caught you literally passed out, and you're still doing it. And even if when she caught you, like you're a liar, you attacked her. It's not like Jill was going to her room and you just attacked her because she didn't want to talk to you. Like she has a right to be upset about you doing drugs still, and you just attacked her. We're done, Rue. Me and you were over. Like Rue, what is wrong with you? Like you really cannot be trusted at all. You can't be trusted in a relationship. You can't be trusted in a family relationship.
It's not like when other people do drugs.
It's better than committing suicide. When I'm sober, that's what I think about. That's where I'm at, G.
Maybe we should try therapy. Have we tried that on the show? Besides the religious counseling, we should try like a real therapist. That might aid her. Even if you're using weed to not want to do that, that's still not good because you're just using it to cope with something else, which is even worse.
You wanna fuck with?
Not really.
So you're straight?
Kind of.
Are you gay?
Kind of.
So you're bi?
Well,
Well, I don't think about it in a particularly rigid way,
Have you
no.
thought about your sexuality before?
Not in a particularly rich way, no.
Have you guys fucked? Is that okay?
Me and Dominic Fike kept on and Bishop be for him still in my role in the show. Like I could have been in this show like Dominic. Like honestly, Dominic Fike is actually famous and has like a established music career. So him being in the show is like obviously they're gonna choose Dominic Fike over me. Not like it was me versus Dominic Fike or anything, because I heard other like already known people were auditioning for the role. So why would I get chosen for a role over people who already have established careers? But
How many girls have you fucked?
Like, technically 3.
Technically?
I mean, technically.
well, the first girl was inside her for such a short amount of time.
It was embarrassing.
A big change.
She probably wouldn't count it. She would not count it.
It used to be like the original line was like it was technically 3 because he was inside her for such a short period of time. It's possible she wouldn't even count it. How do I still remember this line? I literally auditioned like last year, and I still remember it.
How am I a nun?
You're a trans girl wearing a binder asking me whether I'm straight or gay.
Like, why did he bring up her wearing a binder? Like, what does that have to do with what does that have to do with you trying to sleep with her girlfriend? This is kind of odd. I don't want my critiques to be too heavy, but like, I feel like that was kind of weird for them to bring up.
Then you can just stay in the good moments without the fear that they'll come to an end.
Oh no, Rue. She took the heroin from the first episode. This is such a good scene. It's like so like sad. Like it's like oh like you're just like oh Rue, like why? Like you just had such a good moment, then you're just back to like a low. Lexi.
Vice Principal Garcia.
Lexi realized there was a reason she never tried to intervene before. She was an observer. That's who she was. She often imagined that her parents weren't really her parents, and that her sister wasn't her sister, and that her house wasn't even really her house. That it was just a movie.
I told you. I did promise you that.
One that she was writing.
Okay, so the thing with Lexi's character is, I feel like they're gonna keep her like even though Lexi's getting more scenes and stuff like the last episode, episode 2, she got like a little bit of a backstory, and we know they showed us how she's like not really speaking up. But last episode she stood up for Fez when Cassie snitched. She snitched on him. We saw her like stand up to Cassie a little bit. In this episode, we're getting a little bit more, but I don't think they're gonna give her whole own episode. I think she's gonna give her a little bit of like backstories throughout, like how they're doing this right now. Like they have this moment, so it's showing us that Lexi is kind of growing into being more confident, and they showed it a little bit more of that last episode. So I don't think they're actually gonna be like Lexi full episode, because I feel like her character hasn't gone through enough where it's like, okay, this is why she's going through that. Like, does that make sense? Like her character hasn't progressed enough to where we need to be like, okay, what's happening in the past? That type of thing. But if they do give her her own episode, I'll still be interested in hearing more about her family problems and stuff. So far, I don't think so. Oh, he gave her a little bit of attention. Oh, the baby hairs. Those are full-grown adult hairs, long as hell.
Okay. Wait, why? My class is today.
That's interesting. You dressed up. You dressed up as her. He gave you attention, but when you just dressed like yourself, he didn't give you none. You had to dress like Lexi just for him to even give you a moment of his time. I feel like last season they really like her addiction was like kind of like we knew about her addiction, but it wasn't so much like shown at this level. But I feel like this season is more like, oh, we know she has an addiction. They're really showing us how bad it is. Like already in this episode, it's like she's really like fiending hard and heavy. Like, I need my drugs so bad. I just need my drugs.
I did not like the way that the plan started.
I just love how he delivers his line. I feel like he delivers his line so unique to him. That's like, if anybody else was doing his lines like this, they'll be okay. That's kind of not a good actor. But if he does it, it's like, oh, it's kind of unique. Like Slay, Fezco.
No, the drama club's doing Oklahoma.
Why is she dressed like this?
Do I look like I'm in Oklahoma?
Why would your play be set up?
You thought I was auditioning for Oklahoma.
It's kind of even country bunking a little bit.
Has everyone read Oklahoma but me?
Rue just standing there confused, high as hell.
Are you on drugs?
Don't even know what Oklahoma's about.
You relapsed? What?
Like a country music star.
In a good way or a bad way?
Bitch, you better be Joe King. I feel the same way about her character too. Like her line delivery is like if this was anybody else delivering the lines like this, you'd be like, okay, they're kind of not a good actor. But when she does it, it's like, oh, she's kind of iconic and slay. Like, bitch, you better be Joe King. And she literally put a space between Joe King. Bitch, you better be Joe King. Bitch, where's Joe King at? Joe King's making a special appearance.
Broken up for 3 weeks and 3 days before we even had sex, so I didn't betray you. Plus, you guys are terrible for each other, and you know I'm right, and you guys can all judge me if you want, but I do not care. I have never, ever been happier.
But she didn't say that. In fact, it was much weirder. She just stared
You know what?
ahead like she's doing.
Sydney Sweeney. She was acting. That's like she was giving like Viola Davis level acting right there. The snot was coming out of her nose. She was intense. She was yelling. I've never ever been happier. Like her and me. She said. Sydney was like, okay, I saw Zendaya get her Emmy. I'm coming next season. Next season is mine. I will be getting that Emmy.
I think Nate really fucked me up. I said messed me up.
No, you didn't.
What do you mean?
Oh, is this the boy she was babysitting last episode? I like they had like a little cute interaction. Like brother sister
Really
moment.
unhappy. You deserve someone who's passionate and loving, who yearns for you and can't wait to see you, who you're not gonna fight with and just gonna love you, like, really true.
Cassie, maybe you should take your own advice, girl, because you're thirsting after her ex-boyfriend. That man do not want you.
I don't know.
So stop thirsting after him.
Do me a
And
favor.
Lexi, you don't want that man is an abuser. He is an abuser. A serial assaulter. Literally, do we forget about Tyler? Like when Nate literally like almost killed him, like he beat him up so bad. Like I was like, oh wow. Like this is like the worst assault I've ever seen. Like it was that bad. Like that was a lot. He was literally beating Tyler down. Oh, hopefully Tyler gets a little bit some. We need to bring Tyler back so he can get a little bit of justice, because he was getting beat down, and I think he's in jail now too. So.
And her relationship with Nate.
I'm literally gonna claw my eyes out. Like this is making me so sick to my stomach. Like, are you serious, Cassie? This man is literally your fucking your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend's best friend, and your fucking best friend's. You're literally so sick and disgusting. Like my stomach is turning.
Friday night for the last 3 weeks.
What I wouldn't give to be back in high school.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kat was having dinner with his parents.
A little throwback moment. Kiss. He was like, "What I wouldn't give to be back in high school," and he was like, "Yeah." He misses Derrick. I miss Derrick too. Please bring Derrick back so him and Cal can be together.
This is an amazing plan. You're a genius.
Thank you.
It's true. I'll front you a 50K suitcase.
That was a good plan. She was basically offering for them to have other girls to sell the drugs for her, while she she pays them a profit. She makes a profit, but at the same time, this is Rue we're talking about, and is Rue actually gonna follow through on this plan, or is she just gonna do all the drugs for herself? And I think we already know what the answer is gonna be. And if Rue does some shit.
If you screw me, I'll have you kidnapped and sold to some real sick people. I always find a way to make my money back.
This is gonna go very terrible. This is not gonna go well. Oh, here comes Ashtray.
What the fuck you doing?
Lexi knew she couldn't mount a play all on her own, so she enlisted the help of Bobby as her stage manager and partner in crime. They didn't know each other well, except that they shared a mutual disdain for Oklahoma.
Bobby, you okay?
Fuck Oklahoma.
Slay, Bobby.
Are you all here to
Her
audition?
voice is so cute.
They're all here to audition.
Wait, because Euphoria finally having a dark-skinned black girl on the show? Hold on. This is a little revolutionary. This is a very revolutionary moment right here. Bobby.
So first
Bobby just hopped to the #1 ranking on my character list. Because I stand her already.
Then I find you out front of my house. What the fuck are you doing, man?
You're free to call the cops.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Well, it's either call the cops, let me go, or...
They can do that one.
What the fuck, man?
But you gotta meet with Derrick first before they just kill you.
The chief of police will be...
Oh shit.
Alright, Ash, chill out, man.
Fuck! This guy don't want the fucking cops involved. Watch. Call the cops.
This is like a 15-year-old beating the shit out of an old-ass man. Well, we don't know how old he is, but I'm just assuming he's old. Get him, Ashtray. Oh! He's beating his ass!
I'm not fucking stopping. Stop. I'm not stopping. Call the cops.
I might need to update my character ranking after this episode. Bobby, Ashtray, and then Fez. Then Fade.
Drug addict friend, that girl.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
You know, the blonde.
Jewel?
Look, man, I didn't know she was 7.
What?
You telling me you had sex with Jewel?
Who's Jewel?
What the fuck, man?
Do I know Jewel?
What the fuck are we even talking about?
Me? I'm confused. I'm just as confused as Dre. I mean,
my son.
Your son, the one that's in love with Jewel?
Oh, that's cute.
That's not cute, man. What the fuck?
What the
What
fuck?
kind of weird ass father-son shit is going on around here, bro?
I'm confused too.
You're confused. I'm fucking confused, bro.
Me too.
I don't even know what the fuck you're doing here.
You came here, got your ass beat, and you just told on yourself. So what now?
Keep your bitch ass son out
Boom.
of my fucking life. And rules and
Boom.
rules. Till the end of fucking
Boom.
time. You understand?
I promise.
He can't even control his own crazy ass son who's trying to blackmail him. Just a crazy ass. What is going on?
Get this motherfucker up out of here, right?
Nate is just so crazy. Like, that man is literally psycho. Honestly, poor him. Well, do I feel bad for him? Do we feel bad for Cal? After what happened in the beginning, we kind of feel bad. Huh, maybe a little bit. Why is she in his house? At this point, what is the point of her going to the NA meetings? Like, if you're just doing drugs and selling drugs now, why are you just showing up there?
Do you have a crush on Rue?
I do.
Carrying around a suitcase full of drugs, about to get caught up. Ollie just like knows, like, girl.
Because it's no future.
This is me when I walk into class, but not because I was on drugs, because I had extremely bad anxiety.
She's not really interested in sex.
That's not true.
Really?
No, that's not true at all.
You think Rue's like a sexual person?
At times, yeah.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
It's true.
I feel like you fucked way too many people to look me in the face and lie to me and say she's some sexual force of nature.
Rue's literally 16. Like, what do you expect a 16-year-old to be doing? Just running around, just sleeping with everybody? He's known Rue for maybe a little bit more than a week, and she knows all this about her. And this is a 16-year-old. This is not like some grown woman. She's a 16-year-old, and you're talking about she's not a sexual person. I just want to know what you think a 16-year-old should be doing. Like what?
What do you mean?
Because you're like a sexual person.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
And how would he know all this?
Fine. No, okay, she's not a sexual person. Or like maybe she is.
I honestly feel like he's trying to manipulate her.
Sorry.
Because you're very fucking fuckable.
Why?
I mean, you're fascinating, right? So you're creative and you're smart. And you're kind of fucked up. But you're cute. And you're like kind of clumsy, but you're very much a whore intentionally, which is great. You know? Like extroverted, weird, but also introverted and shy. And your art is amazing. I'm sure Rue told you all that.
I'm catching on to your game, Elliot. You're not fooling me. It's like he's trying to break them up. Like, he was like trying to plant seeds and be like, you don't think Rue is like this. You don't think Rue actually likes you. Like, he's trying to plant seeds for her to be not into her. Like, I don't even know if he wants Jules or he wants Rue.
Shut the fuck up. Don't play that shit with me. I've always accepted you for who you are. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Jimmy, shut the fuck up. I'm not some parent you just treat like shit.
Yeah, well, good thing nobody's really looking you to be a fucking parent.
Yo, excuse me? Excuse me? When I sit across from you and tell you something about my life, you didn't get to use that shit against me. You cross that line again, we're done. You talk back right now, we're done. One more fucking disrespectful word out of your mother, we're done. You hear me? Hey, you hear me?
Or what, Ali? You can hit me.
I don't even know what to say at this point, because what? Rue is so disrespectful. Like, Rue, you're done. Like, are you serious? You're just gonna throw stuff like that back into his face after he told you? Like, you're done, Rue. I'm done with you. He literally told her about the stuff with his daughters and how his mom used to beat up his his dad used to beat up his mom, and she just kind of just like, Rue is done. Like, I'm done with you, Rue. These characters are making me these characters are pissing me off, all of them. Cassie sleeping with her ex. This situation with Cassie is just too much to be trying to break down. We know Cassie is a bad person. Rue's a bad person. Who else is a bad person?
I was auditioning for Lexi's
Jules is falling in love with Elliot, apparently. Elliot's trying to break up Rue and Jules. Lexi and Fez and Astra and Faye are all the good characters. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you what? All of these characters are going to hell. All of the characters on the show are going to hell, except for Lexi, Fez, and Astra. Maybe Astra is going to hell because he was beating him up. Nate and Lexi back together. Half of these characters are not good people, but at the same time they're high schoolers, so we gotta forgive them. We can't be too hard on them because they're like still young. But Rue is like for real like a bad person, like down. Like all the other characters kind of like okay, except for Cassie, but everybody else is like, oh, they're kind of redeemable. They do some bad stuff, but they're kind of redeemable. Cassie and Rue are just like, oh yeah, you're kind of just bad people. Like, there's no saving. I can't do nothing for them. There's nothing I can do for them personally. I can't defend them. I can't have their back. I can't do